thanks to the organizers, the economists, for this event, which I would say quite timely, given that it is exactly 2 years since New Democracy took office as government of Greece. And on this occasion, as you know, we have paved the way out of the pandemic, and we look forward, and despite all the hardships, especially associated with the pandemic, we have successfully managed changes, I would say front-loaded reforms, to reboot the Greek financial system, which is an area of my responsibility. In the banking sector, Hercules scheme, the asset protection scheme, has been a game changer. That's been recognized by the Greek banks. We have aligned all their efforts. The European institutions, some of them around this table, and international investors as well as credit rating agencies. The success of Hercules scheme, especially during its operation and implementation in the first period, had a significant reduction of non-performing loans by 32 billion, which I said successful anticipation of the 4 Greek systemic banks. Hercules, as you know well, is relying on international investors without putting any burden on the Greek taxpayers. Now, we're extending our scheme. We just came back from the Parliament. We're debating the extension of Hercules scheme, and next week we'll have voted the law after having secured, obviously, the agreement of the European Commission. This extension of Hercules scheme signals a determination of the Greek government to reform the financial system, which, as you know, is the main engine of our economy. Due to Hercules scheme, all our systemic banks will have achieved almost by the end of this year, and for sure by next year, a single-digit percentage of NPLs, non-performing loans. And we know that by now, Greek banks will be freed from the weight of non-performing loans, and they can effectively perform their roles as a catalyst and main engine of liquidity for the economy. They have undertaken, and Hercules has enabled them to do so, a number of capital actions, strengthening their capital base, capital buffers, through also restoring access to share capital increase and subordinated debt capital markets. Our aim, it is also through the banking system, to achieve a dual transformation, a transformation of the Greek country's productive base, and also at the same time the transformation of the Greek banking system. The Hercules has been also a stepping stone for Greece achieving an investment grade. It is for that reason, I think, that quite recently the Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis underlined that one of the 3 preconditions for Greece making the leap of the decade is the reduction of NPLs through Hercules. But reforms do not stop with Hercules and the reduction of NPLs. We are now aiming at reforming the Hellenic Financial Stability Fund. We have already undertaken some reforms to enable it to act as a private investor, given that the government's direction is the gradual disengagement of the state from the capital structure of the banking sector. In a nutshell, the government has and continues the reform of the financial system so that we have a robust, flexible system able to effectively channel the significant resources of the Recovery and Resilience Funds. These resources have to go to the real economy and especially, I would say, to households and small, medium-sized enterprises. The benefits stemming from these reforms go directly to the citizens, small and medium-sized enterprises, but also benefit many parts and every segment also of the Greek society. I would say that the big rendezvous of these decades is very close, where we'll be combining the double transformation with the money stemming from European institutions. Our performance can be, I think, measurable. The transformation of the economy can be judged even in 5 years' time, when we hope that young people will be back. The ones who have left already to find jobs elsewhere will be returning. We have really to reverse the brain drain. And my final word is that along with the reforms regarding the banking system, we have undertaken far-reaching reforms for capital markets. We have already reformed the law regarding corporate governance. We're moving forward before the end of the year to a number of other reforms, including the reform of the Capital Markets Commission, which is the supervisor. We're considering a number of incentives, special tax incentives that could be given in order to boost the capital markets in Greece. And we hope that we'll manage to have, by the end of the day, a dynamic, extrovert capital markets capable of potential also synergies that offered by technology and the Capital Markets Union. We know the parameters of the model we're aiming at: sustainable finance and digitalization. These are two keywords for reform of our financial system.